action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. It's hauled in by Shepard. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff running left is Etienne. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
A handoff for Etienne. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Lawrence will throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Always good time.
Mike Edwards picks it off. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
We'll go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass, ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and then decent field position in throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folding like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. He's got Green. The completion there winds up in the wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And down inside the 15 he goes.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. Allen. Escaping the pressure. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kadarius Toney. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover their Chargers.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you feel like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to ETN.
Come on.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run with ETN. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to...
How long you been in this league, man?
5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, I played a little last year. But this league tough.
And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 17, Allen, and the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down is Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Forced out to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dalton Schultz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Hey, I got no heat over in there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip to the
what's
field.
the
We'll
address?
see. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence. That's checked down to Gordon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll make it a 2nd down. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he's just before the line to gain.
Look at this
4-yard
tiptoeing
pickup
through
leaves him
there.
with 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Lawrence on third down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Sterling Shepard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A second and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. That's complete to Tony. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Airing one out for Boyd. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing again on second and 10. Allen eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen going to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Now Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Niners are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. On 1st down, Lawrence.
Come on,
and he
baby.
gets that one incomplete there.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence gets it quickly to Galladay. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
This
Thought
defense
that was
was
somebody
deeply
at
alert
one.
to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. But to throw again is Lawrence. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And now they'll throw with Allen. He sets to fire deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed.
Did you see that? That was garbage. But this one caught it with one hand.
And the 49ers are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Running out of the gun with ETN. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's back to throw. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Right back.
Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Back to throw. Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Back to throw. sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete.
Good game, man.
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw is Allen. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So this will be a win for